people just need to remember that, a lot of stuff's happening to us, but we do have to get that moment where we go, I need to take some responsibility, not for what happens to me, because it's not my fault this stuff's happening, but just what I do about it. The other thing which I also said and I spoke about, and I know that, again, it was in Marcus's piece, is positivity. And again, that's probably been a thread through the day, a big one, isn't it? Like, it's easy to say it, because obviously when things are difficult, you tend to go for the negative stuff. So I think that was the other thing. And the one thing Paul said at the end of his session, when he says, plan happy. And I think that's all about having a schedule in place, because a lot of people I'm speaking to are out of whack on time, and they're getting too busy, on their business, or too busy on the wrong things. So, put some social time in there as well. Take time out, because not very many people are doing that. They're so busy trying to rescue their businesses or keep themselves going, they're not focused enough on themselves. Uh, 2021 would be, I would say, similar to the way I approach my business, which is focus on the things you can do something about. It might sound obvious, and it's almost like the same message again and again, but it's tempting to be lost in the confusion and the mess. And the one thing that makes you feel better in amidst any difficult situation is feeling like you're in control of something. And that's what I did. I thought, like, I've got control of my relationships, control of the clients I know. That's how I've rebuilt my business online. So I would say the one thing I would focus on is focus on the things you can do something about, and worry less about the things that you're worried about and bother you, but you can do naff all about, because it just stresses you out, it just makes you feel worse. With the caveat that, because you said, what's the one thing for you taking, with the caveat that I still think you have to take care of yourself, because not enough people are looking after themselves first. They're too busy doing other things. And like, there's a whole story, a quick one, right? This is a good one. Nobody's done it today, so I'll do it. Woman on the phone with me recently. She's struggling with life and struggling with her sister in a care home and all that stuff. She was in a bit bad place. And she was half an hour on this Zoom thing with me, and I said to her, ever been on an aeroplane? She goes, yeah. Back in the day when you could go on planes. And they say, put your seatbelt on like this, take your seatbelt off like this. In the case of an emergency, oxygen mask will fall from the cabins above. And there's one thing they always say, right? Always say, which you'll have heard 1,000 times if you're on a plane, is always put your own mask on first before you attempt to help fellow passengers. There is a real group of very kind and nice people in the world, and they just love helping people and caring for people and doing the right thing, and they forget, if they don't put the mask on first, they're useless to everybody else. So the intuition is like, I'll help someone. No, put your mask on, take a breath, and then help loads of other people. And that feels selfish, but in fact, it's the most selfless thing you can do. It's easier to go forward when somebody's got your back. I like that. I don't know who came up with it, but I love that. So, and that's true, because I wouldn't be sitting here, and my business wouldn't be still in the way that it is, growing online, if I didn't have my wife. She's got my back. I know I joke about, the cooking thing, but she's amazing. And with the kids there, if I hadn't got people supporting me, I wouldn't be where I am. So I think having somebody that's got your back is really important at the minute. And I feel for the people who live alone, who go back to a quiet house, who maybe don't have access to people easily to talk to and just cry in front of and let go of. So I think you need a bit of support.